Good morning students, welcome to 8th standard physics. We were dealing with the second chapter in physics portion, that is friction, and we have studied in our part 1 and part 2 regarding frictional force. Now in part 3 video, let us understand how wheels will help us to reduce friction and what is fluid friction. And dear students, we know that invention of the wheel has helped for so many revolutionary changes. In the same way in science, wheels will help us to reduce friction. How is that? We will learn by understanding the activity 8.4. So activity 8.4, in this, on a table, let us first slide a notebook. One notebook, you push it on a table and you measure the frictional force offered by the surface of the table on the book. Then later you place 3 rounded pencils. Place 3 rounded pencils on the table and place the book and push the book. Then you will see that the book rolls easily than before how it was pushed without the pencils. So here the rounded pencils act like a wheel. The rounded pencils act like a wheel and the rounded pencils will roll, and by rolling they are reducing friction. So the friction that comes into being when one object is rolled on the another, we call it as a rolling friction. And rolling friction will always be less than static friction. Static friction comes into being when an object at rest is pushed, then the frictional force that acts, we call it as static friction. And rolling friction comes into being when an object is moved on a rolling object, then it moves freely because it reduces friction. Therefore, rolling friction will always be less than static friction. Now, to reduce friction, how wheels are used. Let us discuss these examples. You might have seen the ball bearings in the wheels of bicycle. There, for the free movement of the wheel of the bicycle, there in the hinge axle portion there will be ball bearings. The ball bearings are placed so that they roll and they reduce friction, and hence they will help for the smooth moving of the bicycle wheel. So to reduce friction, ball bearings are used in bicycles. And dear children, you might have seen when you are out for traveling or an outing, you pack your luggages and you arrange your attaches, big suitcase attaches, and you get ready for your travel. If you want to push them or you want to lift them, it will require more force and it is very difficult to push it because of its weight, more weight and more inertia. Instead, if you fix some wheels to the attaches, for example, now this is your attache, the suitcase, and you have a handle here, okay. There you might have observed there below there will be wheels attached, which will help you for smooth movement. It will help you to push the attache easily or carry the attache easily, because here wheels have been fitted to the base of the attache. These wheels roll, and hence they reduce friction between the floor and the surface of the attache. So in this way, fitting wheels to the attache will reduce friction. So wheels fitted to the attaches, they to reduce friction. Then bicycle ball bearings we discussed. In the same way, you can see the ball bearings in the fans and moving machinery parts. In the moving machinery parts, you can see the ball bearings being fitted. the rotations that take place in the motors of the fan, there for the free movement of the blade, there also there will be ball bearings. So these balls act like wheels because they roll and they reduce friction. So in this way, to reduce friction, wheel plays a very important role. Friction is necessary, but it is an evil too. So more friction, it will oppose the motion of the body. To reduce that, we can adapt the method of attaching wheels, ball bearings, or making an object roll. We can reduce friction. You might have seen huge ships or boats, or the fishermen boats on the seashore. When they want to push their boats into the sea water and go for fishing, they roll the fishing boats on the wooden logs. The boat which they are using, they roll it on the wooden logs. They keep the wooden logs here and they push it. So easily they can push the boat into the water, because the wooden logs will roll, the round wooden logs will roll, and it will help the boat to move into the water, go into the water easily. So with less force they can push the boat into the water. So the logs here, round logs, will act like wheels. Now next, coming to the 8.6 concept, that is fluid friction. What is fluid friction? First let us understand or define the term fluid here. Here the fluid means gases and liquids. All the gases and liquids, air, water, they are considered combinedly as fluids. So we know, children, when a body is moving in air or flying in air, or a body is moving in water, or fish is swimming in water, it experiences a force which is opposite to the direction of the motion of the body. That frictional force exerted by the fluids, here the frictional force is exerted by the fluids. There will be frictional force acting between the body and the fluid, the water or the air. So this frictional force exerted by the fluid, we call it as drag. So what is drag? How do we define drag? Drag is the frictional force exerted by the fluid on the bodies, moving bodies into it. So for example, if we consider birds are flying in air, birds are flying, or spaceships, rockets are launched, or you can see submarine moving in water, under water, under the seabed. Okay, so how do they move? Do they not experience an opposite force to the motion of the body? Yes, they are experiencing a force acting opposite to the motion, and that force only we call it as frictional force. So how can it move with a greater speed? To move in a greater speed, it has to adapt certain changes. That is, there are certain factors on which this frictional force depends. There are 3 factors on which the frictional force depends. So one by one let us discuss what are the factors on which frictional force depends. So frictional force depend with respect to speed, with respect to the fluid. So an object is moving, a bird is flying. If it is flying with a less speed, it will experience greater frictional force, it will experience greater drag. If it is flying with a greater speed, it will experience less drag. So in the same way, the shape of the object, or with what speed it is moving, so that is also comes into being. Now the shape of the object. So with regard to the shape of the object, if we consider the birds, they are having a pointed beak. And they have a streamlined body. The birds have a streamlined streamlined body. You might have observed this. They are having a streamlined body and it's having a pointed beak, so that it will cut through the air. It will cut through the air and it will reduce the friction of the air. That means it is going to reduce the drag. That is the frictional force exerted by the fluids. It is going to reduce it, and in that way it is going to reduce frictional force, and so it can fly easily. So the shape of the body also matters. So depending upon the shape of the birds, the shape of the aircrafts, the aeroplane, the helicopters, or the space jets or rockets, what is the shape? All have been designed into a streamlined body having a pointed upper portion. So the pointed upper portion, it will cut through the air, and in that way it will reduce frictional force, it will reduce drag, so it will help for its motion. So the second factor is the shape of the object. And next, coming to the nature of the fluid. The nature of the fluid. The nature of the fluid is in what fluid the object is moving. The nature of the fluid, whether it is a gases, whether it is a water, whether it is oil, whether it is a lubricant. So in what it is moving, it will help to reduce the friction. It depends upon the nature of the fluid. So in ball bearings and in door hinges, we have seen that sometimes we will be not be able to close the door, or we find difficulty in closing the doors of the window. In such case, we oil the corner hinges of the window. We apply some oil or we apply some grease. So it will help for the smooth movement of the hinge. So what is going to happen there? The oil, the grease which is applied, it will reduce the friction there and it will help for the smooth movement. So such oil or friction, oil or grease applied against the two surfaces of a machinery parts. Against the two surfaces of a machinery part. In machinery parts, in industries and in any machines, there will be lubricants. The simple machine you might have observed in your house is the sewing machine. Sewing machine is used to the not the electric one, the traditional model of where it is having a pedaling system of sewing machine you might have observed. There each and every part there, the part which is moving, the rotating part, where there we need to apply oil so that it will easily move. So that we call it as lubricant. So the process is called lubrication. So by applying oil, it will easily move. So it will reduce the friction. So you can see that in a sewing machine. So to reduce friction, the grease or oil is applied and we call it as a lubricants. And in some machineries, you cannot use oil or grease. In such cases, there will be air cushions. Air cushions will be maintained so that it will reduce friction. Air cushions will be maintained. There will be some gap in which air will be maintained and it will help you to reduce friction. So this frictional force is to be reduced for its smooth movement, and the frictional force exerted by the gases or the liquids like air or water, we call it as drag. That is, frictional force applied by them is called it as a drag, and these are the three factors on which the frictional force depends. So with this part 3 video, we have concluded the chapter friction of 8th standard, that is the second chapter for us, or chapter number 8 and the second chapter in physics. So go through the reader, read it thoroughly and understand the keywords there, new words which has appeared, understand the meaning, know the meaning of the terms, and also read all the points in the reader, underline the important points, and the PDF notes will be shared, and you have to go through the notes and neatly complete it in your classwork. So dear children, complete the classwork through which the PDF will be shared, and you can prepare this chapter thoroughly, and if you have any doubts you can come up and you can contact me. Thank you children.